Welcome to Simply Liminal. My name is Stacy. This is my monthly 3-card reading that I'm doing for the month of March 2024. Instead of using the deck that I'm using for my 7-day pull, I've decided to use the Spirit Animal Oracle from Colette Baron Reid. This was actually the deck I used for my January, not my January, but my 2024 read. That was kind of a spontaneous read. I didn't plan on doing it, but I did it, and I was directed towards this deck. And again, I've just felt like this is the deck I need to use for those 3-card monthly readings. Spirit animals are very interesting. I think we all have totems, though we're not maybe aware of them. The birds that we see in the sky, certain animals that cross our path. And I think that this is a good deck to use for these messages. Now, normally I do a 2-card reading, but for certain readings, I'm doing something a little bit different. In these monthly readings, I've done a 3-card pull, where I look at 3 things. I look at energy, release, and initiation. So the first card we'll look at is the energy, or the middle card we're looking at is the energy that's coming at us for this month. And then the next card we're going to look at is something, it's a release card, and it's something that we need to actively work on releasing for this month to help us bring in new energy, something that we need to let go. And then the last thing is the initiation card. And so that is something that we're going to actively bring in or initiate during this month of March. March is an interesting month. I always find it to be very intense. I don't know if it's because we've got some action going on, you know, like winter is calmer. It's a time for rest and rejuvenation, but now we're stretching out of winter. And so I don't know if it's that dormancy that we felt in January and February really feels like the push of March energy is kind of wild, or if it just really is like wild is, or March just feels windy and wild and full of energy and intensity. And sometimes that's the weather and sometimes that's the environment around us. But it's just what it is. I guess it's how I feel. So I would like to say before I start this reading, I always open a circle of light and love and protection around myself, which extends, of course, to these readings, but to everyone who watches these readings, no matter when it might be, whether it's today, tomorrow, next week, or next year. I also call in my spirit guides and guardians to help me be a clear channel for this information and to help this information and to help me understand the information that's coming at me. So let us look at the energy for this month. So here is our energy card. All right. And then let's look at something we need to release this month. Okay. Here is our, whoops, release card. I'm trying to do this under the camera, but this is a big deck. It's got a lot of cards, 78 or 80 cards in it, something like that. So it's hard for my hands to hold. And then initiate. Okay, I'm trying to do this and not drop all these cards. So you can see that I'm pulling these cards spontaneously. And I will be just as surprised as you are when we look at this information. So, again, this is the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. I love this deck. When I first got this, I used this as a daily pull for a month or two. I still mix it in different areas, but I just faithfully was like, what are these spirit animals telling me? So let us look at our energy for this month. This is Eagle Spirit. I just personally feel like eagle is a totem of mine. Eagles, hawks, soaring birds, even vultures. I have a soft spot for them. And the message on the card is Spirit has your back. But this is also something that I talk about, how it's windy in March, how it has intense energy. These are the energies of eagle. This is also something that's associated with the gods, with far sight, you know, very majestic energy. Spirit has our back, which is good, you know, because I have a feeling in March we're going to need it. So it's exactly, I was going to cuss, but I'm going to try not to. I crap you not. I picked up this book and I opened it up exactly to this page. Eagle Spirit. I mean, I just can't make this stuff up. I am constantly amazed. Like, I think I'm kind of like, oh yeah, I get it. They know, the cards know, messages are coming to us, and then stuff like this happens, and I'm like, okay, you got me again. I'm a little like, wow. So anyway, Eagle Spirit, and this is our energy coming to us for this month of March. Spirit has your back. The oracle message is, think of eagles flying high above other birds, soaring on the wind. Eagle Spirit has appeared to ask whether you're willing to soar to new heights, even if that means solitude for a short while. Truly, all the wisdom of the world is available to you. When storms flash across the sky, it is Eagle Spirit that rises above it all, helping you conquer fear and overcome adversity, reminding you that the Spirit has your back and wants you to experience life at its fullest. At this moment, you are meant to know that you have the highest wisdom and courage within, gifted to you by Spirit and all the angels. Boldly build your nest in a lofty space and know that you fly effortlessly and proudly, embodying Eagle Spirit in all her glory and grace, claiming what is truly yours in divine timing. So, great. This is wonderful energy coming for us. I did pick up that one of the things it talked about was, confidence and courage. And those are two things that yesterday's card pull was with a different deck. But one of the things that we had was the card for Achilles, and that was confidence, was his message to us. So it's kind of like he was saying, this is what you're getting. Spirit has your back. Be confident about it. Like these messages are connected because everything is connected. But so that is what it is. Now let's look at what we actively need to release this month to help this energy come in. Turkey Spirit, give with gratitude and grace. It's interesting because I believe our February energy that was coming to us, I used a different deck, but it was gratitude, so it kind of looks like we need to release gratitude, and not necessarily releasing things that we're grateful for or how we show our gratitude, but kind of that energy of February was gratitude. And I think now we are going to kind of let that go. Like, we've been grateful and we've enjoyed that energy, but now it is time to let gratitude go and bring something else in. But turkeys are a sign of gratitude and grace. We think of turkeys in the United States as kind of our Thanksgiving dinner, something that the Native American tribes gave to the pilgrims to help them have something to eat, which was gracious. And I think the pilgrims were grateful for it. And I hope that when we celebrate Thanksgiving that we're still grateful for that. But again, gratitude is something that we're going to let go, and let's see if we can find a little bit more understanding in that meaning, because it seems kind of crazy. Why would we ever want to let gratitude go? We should always be grateful, and we should, but maybe it's how we express it. Maybe it's just not going to be at the forefront of this month for us. It says here, Turkey Spirit, give with gratitude and grace. The oracle message is, Turkey Spirit message for you is that you always have the potential for manifesting a rich reality, for the turkey represents generosity and a celebration of abundance through giving to others. Give freely without expectation and you shall receive. For manifestation of abundance is happening right now. Align with it by sharing your good fortune with others, whether you're giving money, loving guidance, the gift of listening, or kindness in any form. Immerse yourself and the flow of generous abundance, being a channel for Turkey Spirit and the desire of Spirit to see all things experience the blessing of plenty. Give with gratitude and grace from wellspring of love and compassion. I do want to read the protection message here, which I think will be important for us in helping us know or understand how we're going to release. Are you giving in order to receive in kind, keeping a tally of how much you have given and what is owed you? That is not what the experience of abundance is about. When Turkey Spirit is in the protection position, it is a reminder to let go of any perception of scarcity or fear that you have. If you give too much, you will not have enough for yourself. Use your spiritual practices to reconnect with Spirit and remember how it feels to embody abundance. And you will give as much as it is needed. You will give as much as is needed right now. Know that whatever you need to fill your stores is coming to you right now. Love, prosperity, knowledge, and assistance from allies who are everywhere and want you to be the abundance you seek. Turkey Spirit is here to tell you that everything evens out when you are all aligned with the law of abundance as Spirit wants you to be. Abundance is yours. So maybe what we need to release is not gratitude necessarily, but keeping track of what we think is owed to us, or hoping that we're getting paid back what we've paid out. Don't keep track. There's no tally here. That's not the importance of this message. Continue to be grateful, continue to give with grace, and stop keeping track. Like if you say, gosh, I helped that person move the last 3 times they've moved houses and they haven't come over and helped me, you know, haul a piece of furniture out of my living room. Don't think like that. That's not good for you. It's not going to be helpful, and it's not going to help you grow. So, all right, let's look at what our initiation energy is. And I'm excited about this because we've got this beautiful spirit eagle energy coming at us. Oh, I have a protection program, but we have crow spirit. And so because it was in reverse, I will read both the message and the protection message on it. I'll leave it upside down, but I just want you to see this. Crow spirit, and it says co-create with spirit. But I'm going to leave it in that protection program because position, because that's how it came up, and that's how Colette designed this deck to be read. I don't always read reversed cards like that. It's just kind of my tradition. When I started looking at tarot decks years and years and years ago, I just was like, ooh, those inverted messages always seem so scary or dire that I kind of got out of reading them like that. I sometimes still do, but not always. So Crow Spirit says, co-create with spirit. The oracle message is, as you look around you, can you sense the magic that pulses through the world? Have you witnessed how every thought can become a thing? How every intention can call the universe into action as the sacred laws shape what you experience? The universe works in perfect order. When you align your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs with spirit, you will want to crow with delight. How punny. Feeling the excitement and wonder of being in harmony with something much larger than yourself. Crow Spirit says you are right on target now to see your dreams magically come into being in the visible world. The laws of abundance, compensation, frequency, and praise are operating in your favor right now. Remember to be grateful and praise what is yours. I think that's important because here it is telling us, remember to be grateful. And I think that here we're not releasing gratitude, but we're releasing our tally on gratitude and what we think might be owed to us. No matter what area of your life you're concerned with now, what you hope for is on the way, for Spirit is your co-creation partner. I do want to read the protection message since this came in a reversed for us. Protection message says, Crow Spirit wants to know why you think there is no magic in the world. Or do you believe that there once was, but it ran out, leaving nothing but ordinariness? Although conditions have become challenging, you have no reason to believe that everything you've set an intention for will elude you. Right now, the outer world is shifting. Can you feel it? Maybe you're fretting about experiencing the results of some of your poor choices or judgment from the past, which we all have that. Crow Spirit is here to remind you that you can always course correct and get back on track. Maybe you've been hit by a loss or disappointment as a result of an event that has absolutely nothing to do with your manifesting, yet it has shaken you to the core. Crow Spirit asks you to trust that no matter what temporary conditions, things will right themselves very soon. The law of balance makes it inevitable that this too shall pass. So, overall, I think it's really interesting that I talked about March coming in kind of like in a windy bluster, and just looking back at these cards, we have 3 winged spirit guides here. We have the eagle spirit, which soars high. We have the turkey spirit that soars low. People don't think that turkeys can fly, but they can. They get up in trees and they're huge roosting birds up there, but they don't soar high like an eagle. And the crow is somewhere in between. So we kind of have all the different variations, but these are all winged messengers coming to us. And I think that's a really interesting connection for this month of March, which I often associate with wind and blusteriness and blowingness and energy just almost pouring at us like we can't even handle the intensity of it. So I do think we have quite an intense month coming at us. Remember that Spirit has your back. Give with gratitude. Don't keep a tally of what's going on. Don't keep track of what you think is owed to you. And know that you're co-creating with Spirit. Even if it feels bumpy, and it has been bumpy. Boy, I tell you, these last couple weeks have been bumpy. And, you know, it might continue to be bumpy. The month of March, like I said, is interesting. There's always lots of intensity in it. And this month, towards the end of March, I'm not sure what the date is, the 26th or the 27th, we'll have the first of our eclipses. And so eclipse energy is always a little shaky. It's a little unstable. It's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's intense, it's uncertain, and you just don't know what you're going to get from those full moons and new moons and how things are going to shake out afterwards. And sometimes we don't even see the results of the eclipse season until the next eclipse season, you know, 6 months later. But anyway, interesting month we have looking forward to. All of our winged spirit guides and guardians here for us on this month of March. I hope you have found this reading helpful. I hope you've connected with it in some way. I would love to hear any thoughts you have on this deck from Colette Baron Reed. This is the Spirit Animal Oracle, and I love it. I also love that it's not a shiny deck, and so it doesn't shimmer and shine and cause problems with my lights. But that's a whole different kind of like. Something I had no concept of before I started filming these readings. Anyways, please like, please subscribe, please share these messages. I would love to hear comments that you have on the readings, your thoughts on the month of March, your thoughts on the energy that we're having. I mean, the last couple weeks have been pretty intense. And I just feel like March is going to continue to be intense, but we know this. Spirit has our back. We're going to give with gratitude, and we're not going to keep a tally. And we know that we're co-creating with Spirit. And even when it seems like things aren't working in our favor, they are going to work in our favor, because there is a divine plan for all of us. Thank you so much. My name is Stacy. Thank you for visiting Simply Liminal with me. Have a wonderful month of March.